Each of you, what is it like to initiate a new director? Is there anything special you do, like on his first day? Are you nice, or what's it like?
Amazing. I know, it's great. I mean, I think whenever a new director comes on board, there's always a real sense of excitement because, you know, you're aware that something new is going to be brought to the table, and that's always, I think that can only be an exciting prospect. I don't think we're going to do any particular rituals, do we?
No, there's no introductory rituals that I have to set. But I guess it just sort of, I don't know, it's really nice. We have, a lot of the cast and crew that have been on the film sort of since the very beginning, and have been there for all 4 or 5 years. So there's sort of quite a nice sort of friendly sort of family ethos. Hopefully it's not sort of too intimidating for newcomers, because everyone's been really friendly and just sort of everyone's, it's not, yeah.
All the directors we've had have been always quite different as well, so it's always quite sort of exciting to meet new ones. We've had some really good ones.
Yeah.
Hi, we've literally watched the three of you grow up, as we're reminded in this movie. It's so shocking in a way. And for the three of you, growing up with these characters, have you found that they've influenced you in real life the way you are today, do you think? And I wanted to ask Emma, you seem to have a journey of hesitation, I call it, before you committed to doing the next 2 pictures. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I didn't sign the contract sort of immediately because I needed some time to just figure out actually the logistics, if you can imagine, of combining making a Harry Potter film, making 2 more Harry Potter films, and combining that with my school timetable. And I really wanted to go to university. I really wanted to continue what I was doing. I didn't want to have to give either one up. So I was kind of in this really difficult position. It just took a bit of time just to work out how I was going to make that work. And Warner Bros. Have been extremely supportive of helping me figure out ways to do that. For instance, they've given me Monday mornings off so I can go to school and I can see my teachers and I can pick up my work. They provided all the tutors that I need to get all my work done. Even though I'm over the age of 16, they're still supporting me, giving me hours I need to get all my work done. They have got a box every Friday which I can put my work into, which they'll send back to my teachers, they'll mark it, they'll send it back to me. It just took a while just to figure out just the logistics of how it was going to work, and it wasn't, I found it quite frustrating and upsetting, kind of all the simulations that were made about why I was holding off, but I just had to figure out a way to make it work for me, and that took a bit of time.
It's important to realise that, you know, when you commit to a part of film, it is, you know, on the whole, a sort of a 10-month commitment, and so it's never something, especially if you're thinking about not only the 6th but also the 7th, that's 2 years, and so it's never something that should be rushed into lightly, and a lot was made of it that was, you know, obviously generated by the medium, I suppose. But in terms of growing up with the characters, that's sort of a question that gets asked in different ways a lot, and sort of it's one that I think people always want us to say, yes, we couldn't live without them, sort of thing. And while they've been amazing, I don't know if they've actually influenced us. I don't. Well, certainly for me, I can only speak for myself. So I don't know if Harry as a character has influenced my character too much.
Yeah, it's really funny. We get asked a lot, kind of like about growing up and being on camera and growing up in the limelight and all of that sort of thing. But it's really funny question for us to ask because we can't see ourselves from sort of the outside, if that makes sense. It's a bit like we're trying to look at it from different perspectives. It's a bit funny, but yeah, I mean, I sometimes I feel like I barely have to act because I so feel so close to my character and I just feel like I know her so well and I think we're quite similar in a lot of ways. So it's my job isn't too hard really. So I'm quite lucky like that. So yeah, it's nice. Yeah, we're kind of putting it together. I think I'm actually all of us are a teeny bit older than our characters. So in a way, it's nice because we kind of experience what our characters go through before them. So we kind of know what it's like to have been through that experience, and we can apply it to what we're doing in film. So it works works quite well.
Yeah, to me it's really weird, like, sort of looking back at all the films, it just seems like one long big film. It's like weird looking back at like the early ones. I mean, it's just sort of how young we were and how much we've changed now. So it is really weird, but yeah, no, I've really enjoyed it. It's been a really good part of my life, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
I had a hideous reaction at one point when I was screening of Harry Potter 5, and there was a picture of me on the screen from, unsurprisingly, and but then there was a clip from me in the first film. At one point, it's used in the fifth, and I just heard loads of girls go, "Oh!" That was just soul destroying.
Next question back here.
Hi there. So have the three of you pre-ordered your book from Waterstones, or has J.K. Rowling given you a little bit of a preview of what's going to happen?
No, we've none of us get a preview. I think only J.K. Rowling's husband has recently found out what happens. I don't think
Literally,
anybody
it's
else.
so like it's the security on the books and making sure it's kept is pretty tight. So I think we get one now that it is released.
Well, yeah,
But not before.
Not before.
No.
No.
Sign.
I hope so too. No, I think so.
It's really funny because we know Jo.
Yeah.
We've known her for ages, and it would feel really awkward asking her for almost half an hour.
Yeah.
I would never do that. I bet like in 20 years I'll really regret it.
Yeah.
Still,
I think actually I actually did on that. I'm sure I got it signed first book.
Oh, thanks, Amy.
Yeah. No, I won't.
Hi, with your Potter paycheck, what's been the biggest things that you've treated yourself to over the years or recently?
I missed.
What's been your biggest indulgence?
Oh, right. Recently I've got a ice cream burn. So that's good.
That's
Well, you can start seeing that. It's not just like the Shannon ones. You've got like the ice cream, the sweet,
Some stuff out.
pumpkin,
Yeah, it's
like,
good.
I'm not really spent, but I should have knew it first.
Oh, you can't
top that.
that.
I know nothing particularly exciting. I mean, I'm quite interested in artwork and things like that, but I'm not gonna. I've never been into cars or anything like that, so I don't think I'm gonna splash out on a classic car collection, which I think people seem to expect me to. Yeah, so I don't think we'll be doing anything particularly exciting. And I would like to point out at this moment in time that I have not bought and never plan to buy a Fiat Punto. This was reported a while ago in, I think, London Light. And it's completely untrue. And the best of the article said that I was working with Fiat to provide to get just the right shade of green. And I would like to now state that that has never happened.
I haven't really. I mean, I bought myself an Apple Mac, my little laptop, which I love. It's my pride and joy. Actually, I've used it so much that I can never spend on it anymore. So I can't wait to bring that out. But that was my. But I'm learning to drive at the moment. I'm taking my lessons now, so I suppose at some point I'll be wanting to get a car. But to be honest, like I'm finding driving so hard, getting in a car is so intimidating. I can't really imagine myself buying myself a big fan of a sports car or anything that just has an engine bigger than. Or a small engine. I was saying really small, really safe, and really sort of unintimidating. So I'm not sure yet. But that would probably be my next biggest.
Get a Punto.
Yeah, and they really love to drive that. Yeah. Fashion queen. Yeah.
Dan, Harry goes through a great deal of emotional stress and angst in this film. So does Alan Strang and Equus. I'm just wondering, do these things at the end of the day, or do you take them home with you?
Yeah, it's very important to leave Alan Stranger and yes. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It sometimes, I suppose, could be hard to detach yourself from a certain character, particularly after, having done the show for 16 weeks, you do get very attached to him, and in a way you do miss going out and doing it night after night. But at the same time, it is essential that you do something like leave on and move on, and sometimes I'm doing another film in August, and then on to Harry Potter. So it's just time to keep moving on to other things.
And the stage experience?
The stage experience was phenomenal. I think it came at exactly the right time for me. It was just, I think at that stage it was exactly what I needed to do. And it was great fun. It was fantastic. I met some brilliant people. I got to work with Richard Griffiths in a totally different capacity, because at Uncle Vernon, it's great and we always have a laugh, but he's only normally there for a week and a half. And so to spend 16 weeks more of doing on him was, as this kind of character, was fantastic.
Matthew Vines from VerityStern.com. What message do you want people to leave the movie with, both from the movie as a whole and your performances individually?
Well, I guess in a big way what this film is about is Harry's in a really, really difficult place. He feels really isolated. He wants to isolate himself, and he thinks that if he does that, then he won't have as much to lose. And I think a lot of the film is about Harry's journey to realising that he doesn't have to do it on his own, and the importance of his friends and the importance of just friendship, and that you need to sort of look at it in positive ways, and that actually the friends that he has and the people he has behind him, while it's scary because he might lose them, it actually gives him something to fight for, and that makes him a much more powerful wizard/man than Voldemort. So that was, I think, for me, one of the key messages that it was about.
I also think it's about, in terms of Harry's character, it's about sticking to your guns, and if you know something is the truth, and you know that it's right, then you can't let yourself be compromised by other people and outside forces. And I think that's what Harry and Dumbledore go through in this film. And I think that for me, that's one of, along with other people, as you said, it's the same. Our performances individually, I don't really know what people. I think it's. I don't think.
I think it's a natural step, and I think it's anything that we've really thought about. I think it's just as we've grown up and we've worked with a different director, he's brought out different things in us and helped us to develop, and we've learned more, and we've sort of, for every film we learn something new, and we kind of bring all of everything we've learned together in every one that we.
I think we're all a lot better as well.
Yeah, I think we're better.
So we have all grown and developed, and I think, and it does add something to the film, certainly. I think,
There's so much speculation about the book. How would you feel if your character doesn't make it in this book? Do you have any feelings about that? Are you sort of hoping?
I wouldn't really mind if it was a really cool scene. A really cool way, but I feel like it's quite a... In a way, it doesn't really matter 'cause it's the last one, but I think, I'd like one to sort of survive. I don't know, there's a lot of rumours going around, I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the outcome is.
I haven't really contemplated it. I'm sort of feeling that she's going to make it. I don't know why, but I think she's going to make it. I hope so. I really hope. But then in a way, I guess in a way also, because, like, I don't know, I'm such a big fan of the books, and I remember with the Philip Pullman trilogy, his Dark Materials, I remember just at the end, just knowing that both of them were going to live on. Sorry, this is where I know no one's read it. I'm just assuming that everyone's read the books. Just like when you know that the heroines of each book are going to live on, but you don't know. But like, I hate like endings that just don't wrap themselves up, and that's really like I don't know, really, what's the word, like perfectionist in me, or I really like there to be like an ending. So in a way, it would be nice like for there to be some sort of like, right, this is what happened. That's the end. That's not what I'm saying, but it would just be nice like to sort of, you know, it would be nice like to sort of wrap the characters up, sort of know like which direction they're going in and what, you know, like hopefully, you know, Hermione will have a really cool career in something rather, or do something really like really great with her intelligence, or like the Harry Voldemort connection they will hopefully sort itself out.
A couple of years ago I said that I would like Harry to die, because I think that is, as you say, that's an inclusive ending. Inclusive. And they, but I'm sort of going to steer away from that now, because the next day, sort of the headlines were Radcliffe wants Harry dead. Which is, you know, awful. So no, I do think it would be fitting in a way, because I think that he's, you know, when you consider the prophecy that was made about him and Voldemort and things like that, one of them's got to go. And I think, I don't know, to be honest, there's nothing you can say, because I don't know. I think he might, but that's based on absolutely nothing, you know.
Are you sure all the betting odds are that Harry's doomed?
No, not at all. Oh, yeah.
Sorry? There are bets on it. Really?
There's like a Las Vegas odds club.
Really? Oh,
are you serious?
Hilarious, that's right.
Stop taking bets that it's overwhelming that Harry's going to die.
That's interesting. The public must really love me.
Well, just before I dash off to the betting shop, it's Tom Silverson here. I'm here for the speech with Dan Football. And, you know, all the way you guys were in and assuming all sorts of leadership and things like that, how easy did you find it to become leaders and teachers of Dumbledore's Army? How did that approach you guys?
I don't know, Ron isn't really either of those really. No, I really liked doing those scenes. They were really good fun because it was really good because there was sort of like a really good sort of atmosphere on the set, and got to do loads of stunts as well, which was really cool.
I did have to think,
yeah. I got pulled back on a wire because me and Hawaii had children. Yeah. Yeah, so I really enjoyed those things. They were really cool.
Charming, but using.
That's a great statement. But no, I mean, those scenes were great. I mean, for me, you know, I was thinking there's this sort of, you know, he starts off as this sort of very reluctant university teacher, and then by the end he is Henry V. And to the point where, you know, David Yates, the director, did actually want to give me notes of, Dan, could you bring Henry, rein it in a bit? We don't want it to go quite that far. But it was, so, you know, it was great. But the only problem with those scenes was that the set we filmed them on had underfloor lighting, and it had the whole place was mirrors, and so in every shot you would have to have fires in the all around, so they would be sort of reflected in all the mirrors, which meant that the set seemed to be sort of a degree hotter in the sun.
Literally, it's like walking into an oven. And the worst thing is that it's an enclosed set because of the door, and so everything's closed off. So it's just like, oh my god, it was so hot. It was so hot. No,
we weren't cruelly treated.
We were allowed out for air.
What thought have you each given to your careers post Harry Potter? What would you like to be doing next?
You go down.
All right. It's I suppose just keep acting and hopefully do really interesting and different things, and you know, and hopefully continue to find things that, you know, are really difficult for me to do and challenging. so I don't become complacent or whatever. So I would just carry on really, and I'd like to write, I suppose, as well, in very, very low way, but that's I suppose for now it's hopefully it can work out.
Like fiction?
No, just sort of poems and things.
Yeah, I suppose it's the same with me. I haven't really given it much thought, to be honest, but I think I definitely want to continue acting, and I don't know, just sort of see what goes from there, really. If it doesn't work out, I've still got to leave my screen.
It's funny, in this sort of, I don't know, you can't really say this is what I want to do, because it's not really your choice, This business is completely unpredictable. You never know what films are going to be being made, what work is out there. It's kind of, you just got to ride just see what's out there, really, I guess. But, ideally I'd love to try some theatre at some point. I'd love to do a period drama, or I'd love to, there's loads of different things I want to do. I also really love to sing, and I love, I don't worry, I'm not watching sing for anything, but I love, a couple of months. Probably no, don't worry. But I love to do something which has music in it, or I don't know. There's loads of things that I'm really interested in, but it's just what comes up really, and it's also just what works in terms of scheduling. And I obviously got the next 2 Harry Potters to do, jumping out of school and stuff, and so next summer I've got some time, so sort of aiming to get something there. But again, it's just I don't want to do something just for the sake of it. I really want to wait for the right thing to come along. Just to be the right thing, and hopefully well. But you just gotta see what's about and get yourself out there and watch lots of different bits and just.
What did you study?
English literature, geography, art, and history of art.
Does each film, having a different director, that have kind of different feel to it on the set while you're making it, or do they all sort of run together and like you said earlier, seem like one big long film? And how does this feel different?
I think this time around it felt a lot more relaxed, and I think this David sort of makes you feel really calm. It's really laid back. Definitely a contrast to Mike Neal a little bit.
Wonderful. Eccentric, very big British character. Yes, there definitely is a different atmosphere with each director. Just with regards to their personality, they sort of set the pace of the day. So it definitely. But this one was kind of, as Rupert said, kind of quite laid back, sort of quite chill, quite kind of. It was quite a nice atmosphere. I've always felt like David. I always felt like David had time to talk to us about what was going on, and he always had time to listen to us and for us to talk it through and sort it out, and just really think about it, which was nice.
And for me, even more important than David has, time to talk to us. He doesn't just talk; he talks to everyone. He's just a lovely man, and he's an absolute. We're very lucky because he's this fantastic director, and he's a delightful man. He's very, very laid back, incredibly softly spoken. This might all need to be here.
Yeah,
he's very, very quiet, but he's just fantastic. And we were incredibly lucky to have someone like him to direct us.
Yeah.
And also, it was more laid back, but at the same time, there was the energy that was there. It was very quiet energy, and it was really, it was incredibly focused. And he knew from the moment he got onto the set the kind of story he wanted to tell, and the way he was going to do it. And so the energy that was there was incredibly focused, and there was a real drive and ambition with David to make this one the best one yet.
Yeah. Also, around just to add to that, I remember this was amazing. If you can imagine coming into a series, like the 5th film in the series, and if you consider the size of the cast and the amount of actors he's dealing with, and the amount of crew members he's dealing with, it never actually occurred to me, because I just didn't think about it, that David actually managed to learn everyone's names by first names, and he really made an effort to do that. And it wasn't just me, Dan, and Rupert; it was everyone in the cast. He made sure that he knew their names. He went and spoke to them. He knew them as people. He didn't just. He really made an effort to sort of become part of the crew and the team, and I really admired that. I was like, wow, that's really. I really respected him for that. I think that's really cool.
It was a laid-back set, but you also said, Daniel, in the production notes that you were pushed harder, you thought, than on any of the other films. So maybe you can talk a little bit about what that meant.
It was just a thing that David would come up to me at the end and after a take or after, after a take, and he'd say that one. It was good, but it wasn't real, and you can get it better than that, or and there were times when I was thinking, I can't, I don't know how, but actually in the end I could, and he was right. But the great thing about Dave was that he also knew when he got as far as he was going to get, and so he's, but and the thing, I do like to be challenged and pushed, and that's why David came at the perfect time for me, because he's totally willing to do that. It's great.
No, I felt a bit nervous about working with Jiggy. It's just because I sort of thought, well, I don't know this guy, I'll go and watch some of his previous work. And just looking at the films he's done, Bernard Cafe and Sex Trumbo, just the performances that he got out of people in those pieces of work, I was just like, oh my goodness, how am I ever going to live up to that sort of standard of just acting quality, I guess, and just how real everything was, and how, I guess, the thing that occurs to me most about David and most about this film is it really made me feel something. It really makes you feel. I know it sounds weird, but and yeah, so I was really like, I really was so eager and really earnest to kind of to live up to his expectations and for him really to get the best out of me that he possibly could. And it felt, I was really nervous, but I was also really excited because I thought, wow, I really think this guy can take me to a new level, which I think he done with all of us. Yeah. And it's really nice. And also having seen this is David's day on for the next one. Having seen the film, it's amazing and it's standalone, but it feels like it's unfinished business. It feels like he has more to do, more to say.
Absolutely. Yes.
And it sort of feel like he's, I've learned all that I can from David. I still feel like there's so much more that I can learn and get out of him. So it's still a really exciting concept, even though we're learning the same person again. So it's really exciting.
I'm thinking of getting David Yates into his director's chair and breaking his leg so he can never leave. I'm rather grotesque.
Can you talk a bit about the audience and how it may have changed over the years or grown? I know in America the books and the films seem to appeal to girls as much as boys, but over the years, what kind of audience have you heard from, and what do they tell you they're responding to in the films?
I think it's quite a varied audience, I suppose. It's quite obviously it's quite for younger ones, particularly. Also, they've probably grown up by now.
Yeah, let's hope.
I don't know. I've always had people have always, when you get recognised, have always sort of say good things about the film, and they've always had sort of good sort of feedback from the film. So.
Yeah. It's quite sort of unique in a way, because it doesn't have a huge range of, and that's what's great about it, because you know that, Potter in a way is one of the few films that obviously the marketing and all that is targeting certain groups of people, but really it doesn't just appeal to one demographic of people, it appeals to a huge range of them, and then we get response from a lot of people of different ages and all around the world. And also, as I say, the people that were, the amazing thing about it is that the people who were 10 when the first film came out, and indeed, the first book came out, then they've grown up and they're now sort of our age. But the nature of Potter and the fantastic storytelling means that younger kids are still coming to it. So it's got this audience that regenerates itself through generations.
What I love is that I'll be out and about, and one day I'll have kind of 7 or 8 year olds and ask me to go up and say, oh my god, I'm a really big fan, love the film. And the next day, 30, 40? Like, literally, it ranges from kind of like grandmas to like young kids. It's amazing. The range is absolutely universal, and I really like that. I really like that they're for adults and they're for young. I mean, I think they're definitely, as they go along, they're getting a lot darker and they're getting a lot more mature, and I think we are growing with that initial audience that we first had at the beginning. We're taking them on a journey. I don't think, I didn't anyone would be like, pregnant, too young for me or anything like that. No, really not. I think it's still pretty scary. I think it's still, I don't think, it's amazing. It really does manage to give every type of audience support they want, I think. So yeah, it's good.
This was Dan.com, so fans always focus on Harry's wonderful characteristics, but you know best what his bad points. And for the other two, how are Harry and Dan most like not bad points?
Let me go first. Whoa. I think Harry has bad aspects, and I think everybody has in a way. I think he can be, when he lashes out in this film, he lashes out at his 2 best friends, and I think that's something that a lot of people do simply because they know that ultimately they'll be okay. So I think there's something. I think he can be possibly. I think he can be selfish because he does have this desire to. He feels he has to live up to this image of himself that all these people have of being, the sort of great defender of right and magical things. And very articulate way of saying it. And but so I think he does feel he has to be a hero, and so he has to go it alone. So he does try to cut himself off. So I think those would be a few of them, and also possibly in the 3rd film when Snape infers that he's like his father and that he's arrogant. I think there's possibly some truth in that. We'll possibly go see more of. I don't know, but possibly. And he goes very good.
Yeah, well, you have to consider and you have to remember that this is a boy who has never known his parents, who is living with the Dursleys, which I think is anyone's worst nightmare. He's been completely isolated from everything and everyone. It's probably quite lonely. No one will ever understand what it's like to be him or go through what he's gone through. He's just got his godfather, which is the only other member that he's had. He's world famous. Everyone knows who he is and looks to him in the magic world of the street. Considering all of that, it's a job that he's actually sane, and that he is a really nice guy, and that he isn't more kind of screwed-up or self-centered or just not completely gone off the rails or not completely. He's a survivor. He's a fighting, pretty strong.
J.K. Rowling did say at one point, I remember her saying that because a lot of people had a problem with the 5th book, because they said that it was, they didn't like Harry's anger in it, they felt it was angry. And J.K. Rowling did just say, if you haven't understood Harry's anger in the 5th book, then you haven't understood the 4 books previous to it. Because if you did, then you would see that he has a right to be this angry.
Yeah.
Daniel, I just saw December Boys, and it's a great performance, but there are some similar themes to Harry Potter, the loneliness of being an orphan. tell us a little bit about that and about the film you're going to be doing in August.
Oh, right, okay. Yes, Seven Boys is celebrated in Australia in 2005. It's about 4 boys who grew up in a Catholic orphanage in the outback of Australia and who are, due to a generous donation to the orphanage, who are all sent on holiday for their birthday month, which is December, hence why they are the December Boys. And it's about, they all have a sort of various rites of passage through stories while they are away. And I think it's a really sweet, genuinely sort of warm and heartfelt film. And you know, hopefully other people will like it too. As you say, there are similar themes in that, you know, I've now, the tally is now up to 3 orphans. With Harry, David and Maps. And yes, so that's I suppose there are similar things in it, but it is a very, very different film. It's a very different character from Harry. Maps is much more sort of restrained than Harry. Harry lets it all locked out, and Maps doesn't at all. And with in later years, I was doing My Boy Jack, which is about Rudyard Kipling and his son, who was sent off to, who wanted to go and was sent to war despite having failed numerous army medical tests because his eyesight was so bad. And so it's a very, very sad story. Yes, as you can sort of guess, that one doesn't end happily. And it's absolutely, it's a beautiful, beautiful script written by David Haig, who's also playing Rudyard Kipling. So very exciting.
Ben Shane from Muggle. I had a question. Which was each of your favorite scenes in the film and why?
I like the scene after the kiss with Cho Chang. Because we're all just in hysterics.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that was genuine. I think that day we were just in quite a giggly mood. And you watch it, you can watch him being, well, all of us actually trying to keep it together. I mean, it's like the scene in The Usual Suspect. Well, it's not that scene, but there is a scene in The Usual Suspect at the very beginning when they're doing the line-up, when all of the men they're doing the scene and they're just laughing hysterically, and they can't keep it together at all. And the director was, you know, getting really angry about it because they keep getting under control. And in the end, it really works that they're all laughing because they all know each other. And in that way, it's a very sweet scene where all the hysterics of each other. But I also love doing anything that's serious. Keep talking about
yeah, that was my favourite one as well. Just because I just have such good memories about filming it, and I mean, I genuinely was. I don't know if you remember, but something's to do with orange, and I don't know why. Darren was the thing before take, and literally, David, I remember, just filmed me just laughing. It's like Darren had both stopped. They were there like, I'm still going. I was on the floor, just like laughing, and he just filmed all of it and got this on camera, and I'm like, right until I stopped, just went on for ages. So my laughter is really genuine, which is really, I don't know, I just think it feels like a scene that kind of brings together kind of like our real friendship and like our character's friendship, and it just like, it all works together, comes together beautifully. Yeah. Yes, exactly. So, yeah, sorry, that's like, I'm really fond of that scene, I really like it.
I don't know really. There's loads of scenes that are really fun. I think the funnest one to sort of do and watch back was the Quarter Prophecies, because that was like, there's just nothing there. It was like no set at all, it was all green screen, nothing, and then looking back, watching it, it's really weird.
But I think it's fair to say we enjoy most of the film. The only ones that I don't particularly want to anything on a broomstick, really. Very obvious reasons, and I think generally speaking,
Emma, you mentioned that it was difficult for Harry to be one famous, and I'm wondering how it is for the three of you to be dealing with fame.
It's really, I guess what was difficult for Harry was the fact that he lived all his life sort of just this And then suddenly he came into it really and suddenly just found out he was a wizard and he was famous and just suddenly had to deal with it. In a way, it feels kind of easier for me because it almost feels like I've never known anything different. I was so young when I first started doing this and it kind of built up quite gradually as well, but I kind of learnt as I went along the way, just from experience and just sort of built up my confidence in myself and being able to deal with it. And I've also just been really well looked after. I have to say, like my brothers, particularly Better Davies, has just from the very, very beginning, just really just taking care of us, not just as like the kids from Harry Potter, just as individuals and as people that she's really fond of. And like the fact that we've had that kind of family idea and that they really genuinely care about us as people and we're not just, I don't know, vehicles, or we're not just, I don't know, that's really helped. And I guess me, Dan and Rupert will have really strong families around us as well, who have really taken care of us, and just, I think that's what keeps all three of us sane, is that, and just having a really strong base and a really strong identity outside of the films, and like all of us know that we're worth something apart from what everyone thinks of us, like in what we have stronger identities than just what people write about us in the press or what people think, or I don't know, you just have to be sort of feel it and love it. I think we're all strong enough that it doesn't. I mean, we can laugh about it. Some of it's frustrating, some of it's annoying, some of it's freaky, some of it scares us.
But you do have to laugh against that.
Just laugh.
Because it is it's bizarre, but it is funny. It is funny, and actually, you know, for obviously there will always be certain things that, some people will be able to do that we can't do, and that's fine. But also, loads of opportunities through this have been extended to us, and that's amazing. So we're also very fortunate. I mean, it is obviously a very strange experience, but I think what Emma said about not being thought of or treated as sort of entities, that will either sell a film or not sell a film is since we've actually been treated like really just fantastic. It's we're very, very lucky in that respect.
And actually, to be fair, we've been treated pretty well by the press.
Yeah, no, actually, we absolutely have.
I think just generally that's really everything in the same way. I think it was like.
On that note, we have time for just one more question. Okay, so last question right here. Sorry, no, we have one question here. I'm sorry, John.
Yeah, I assume you didn't know each other before you started this whole journey, but what's the one or two things that you've learned from each other?
That we've learned from each other?
Learned from each other.
I learned I want an ice cream back. I know, these guys have nothing but trivia for me, really. That's sort of what I'm full of, really. To be honest, I don't think we ever, because we're all pretty much the same age, we never really deigned to give each other advice. I don't know, it would be very odd for, say, me to turn around to Rupert and say, Rupert, now then, it's just not, because we're all the same age, it's like advice is something you get from people that are older than you, really.
I think it's really learning from, I think it's more like, we're friends, I'm having boy troubles, I'll occasionally go and chat down Rupert, just think, what is going on here? Do not understand.
Don't ask what she means by boy troubles.
Just sort of friendly, just banter and friendly advice, and just sort of, generally supporting each other, I guess. Sorry, I can't, give you a really deep answer. No. just doesn't make sense.
What we're trying to say is we've learned
nothing from each other.
Okay, thank you all very much. Thank you. Do take them.
Okay.
Thank you.